Hello, mini freaks! My name is DJ, and this is my world in miniature. Hello and welcome! Alright guys, I know you may recognize this shirt, and that's because it's the same day that I did the intro for the last video. There was one more piece that I bought that I needed to do its own video on. Can't be giving anything away here. Oh yeah. I have bought the man himself, Magnus the Red. That's right, the Primarch for my army. I bought him. He is huge. I can't wait to put them together, but I didn't want to put them together with all that other stuff, so we're putting them together now, today. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. He's expensive. He's going to probably be the most expensive model in my army because he's the Primarch. That's usually the way it goes. It's going to be fun putting them together. This could be more fun painting them. Man. Oh man, I'm still admiring him. I'm so sorry. Let's get to doing stuff here. Let's actually like do the opening and stuff. You know, the good stuff. We gotta do the good stuff. He's a big old boy. And that's for a different video. Alright, so here he is in all of his big boxy glory. I just had to open him today because I've been waiting to open him. Let's go, let's open some stuff here. Boxception. Yes, boxes within boxes. Ooh, it's a booklet. It's a girthy booklet. Look at all this. Ooh-wee. The wings and the spear. Hair and loincloths. Body parts. Big base. Alright, this is him. I guess we'll put him together and then we'll see how he looks in the end. Let's do it. Alright, so this is a rundown of kind of like how I put these guys together. I like to follow the instructions to put together the big pieces, so torsos, legs, arms with weapons attached to them, heads if they got a pretty complicated head or something like that. And this is also when I scrape off mold lines and all that kind of stuff. I'll organize it into a way that I can visualize them going together, and then I usually put the book down and I put everything together after that. So that's usually how I get these things done.
Sweet. I didn't know you cared about Nibbler.
Dream on, woman. I'd like to put the little bastard in a sack and toss the sack in the river and hurl the river into space. But I do like filling out requisitions, and these were some doozies.
So this is what I was talking about when I was saying that I lay them out in ways that is easy for me to figure out how they go together. Oh, by the way, this episode, you're kind of going to be following along with me as I watch Futurama. Because it's one of my favorite shows. I was watching it during this. But yeah, I'm putting them together here, just all the big chunks together. I'm not really looking at the book doing it because it's all pretty self-explanatory at this point. This is where I tell you that I do not like the breastplate that comes on Magnus. I don't like the boob horns or whatever you want to call them. So I decided to leave his torso bare, which I think looks much more menacing in the end. At this point, I realized that I didn't want to put the ball of energy on the end of his spear. I wanted him to be holding it in the hand that he has stretched out, because usually there's nothing in the hand. So here I am getting some of the bread twisty wire, and I'm going to connect it to his hand through his thumb, so you can't see it looking on any normal angles. You'd have to be looking at it from directly the side for you to see that it's there, so it'll give the illusion that it's floating in his hand like you see here. That's what I want it to look like, that he's got a ball of energy being held in his hand, kind of like a Dragon Ball key ball, you know? And so I don't have a pin vise, so here I'm using the very unsafe method of twisting and turning an X-Acto blade. Later you'll see me using the same unsafe method as using a thumbtack to do it too. I put super glue on it because plastic glue doesn't work on the metal. I found that out a couple during this, so I had to do it with super glue. But yeah, so you'll see me poking at his thumb here with a thumbtack. Don't do that either, because you can easily slip. I didn't slip. I'm lucky. I kept all my fingers intact. But a lot of times you'll slip, and it hurts, and it can get stuck in your finger pretty deep. So here I'm just kind of holding everything together while it's being glued so that I can let go of it, because right now every time I let go of it, it kind of falls into his hand, but I want it to look like it's floating above his hand. So I've got to kind of hold it while the glue, and then I can use the wire to bend it to be in the position that I want. So I got to just sit here and hold it. And here's what it looks like when everything's done. I think it came out really good. It looks better once he's primed, and we'll see that at the end. Alright, so I had a lot of time left over in this video. That usually I like the videos being a little longer than 10 minutes, but there wasn't much to film unless you wanted to watch me long portions of me just kind of sitting there putting stuff together. I decided that this next segment was going to be me putting the mini together in real time, but you'll get to watch one of my but you get to listen to one of my favorite Futurama episodes while I do it, and I comment on the episodes, and I quote the episodes, and I kind of talk about like what I'm thinking. This is me live thinking what I'm thinking about the mini at the time. So I think it'd be interesting to do. So hopefully you guys will find it fun and interesting too.
Futurama is brought to you by Molten Boron.
Nobody does it like molten boron. I think this is my problem with Poplar's episode. Look at Magnus. He is manifesting his immense power with not only armor, but balls. Mini balls.
Balls.
Look at his little tiny tail. It's such a cootie tail.
They're great. They're like sex, except I'm having them.
That hurts. It's too true. Okay. Not looking at the instructions may be a bad idea.
Whoa, slow down there, Sigmund. I can't stand idly by.
Well, poor people get free food. Zinch, you have given him wings, but you are kind of like a bird god, so I would understand why you gave him wings. Like you like to show yourself as birdies.
What are you selling, poplars? Never.
Even though he's like the god of hope and change and like mischief or whatever. The wings, man, that's what gets this thing, man. Jeez, look at how huge those wings are. Bum bum. Dude, poplar in your mouth. They come like Fissy Joe's. What they're made of is a mystery. Where they come from, no one knows. You can lick them, you can chew them, you can stick them. If you promise not to chew us, you can shove one up your nose.
What you sell them for?
$1 a dozen.
You'll never make money that way. You supply them to me, and I'll sell them for $2 a dozen at my restaurants. I'll even pay you $1 a dozen. Yes, I'm gonna be rich. You too, but trying to get excited about that.
I just want to take this time to inform everybody that the deal that Fishy Joe gave Fry and Bender is framed as a joke because they're too stupid to realize that they're getting paid the same amount. But Fishy Joe's within this episode is said to have a food franchise on every known planet in the universe except for one named McPluto, so I'm assuming it's McDonald's planet. That means that they are getting paid the same amount as when they were selling it on the corner in New York, but they are literally have the reach of the entire universe. That is a great deal. You take that deal. Every time that deal is offered to you, you take that deal. I don't know why they frame it as a joke, because that is amazing. And Fishy Joe giving them the same amount they were selling it for is actually unheard of. Nowadays, they probably try and get away with only giving them 5 cents per sale instead of $1 a dozen. It's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in here. Back to the video. That is one badass mini. Alright, so here I'm doing a very, very simple base. I'm just putting some tacky fabric glue on the base, and then I'll squish it around with a piece of wood and just get it all over the base and get it all covered and kind of even, leave a little bit of variation in there. And then I take some sand and I pour the sand all over it, and then I just dump the sand off of it. It's really not a big deal. It's just gonna look like black sand by the time I'm done. And then once he's based, we will take him out and prime them, and then I called it good.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
wanted to take the time at the end here to show you guys the comparison scale. This is a normal Space Marine. This is the Demon Prince. And then this big honkin' thing is Magnus. He is huge. The Primarchs are huge. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys want to comment, go ahead and comment and let me know how I did. Let me know if you like the customization I did to Magnus here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of me putting together my army. I do a lot of painting videos, so you can see how I'm painting and what I'm painting and all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.